Yo guys, welcome to ShayanGaming. Zeri is the super fast champion if you in the practice tool, because I doubt you can recreate this scenario in real life where you're just spamming your Q on enemy champions who just never die and just stand there without trying to attack you, which is very kind of them, I must admit. But right now we're on 3,000, about to reach 3,200 movement speed. And how fast can we go there? How fast can we go there? But we need to get back. We need to get back on time before the timer runs out. So I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. If you do, be sure to leave a like. And I will keep doing this until the end of the video. So see you then. Enjoy the video. Zeri's E is kind of insane. You know, normally it just looks like a dash, and you're like, okay, that's a cool dash. And then you're like, okay, well if I dash but then hit the wall, I'll jump over it. Fine. But you can literally, like a talon, just jump over anything. And there's no cooldown on it. You can just keep jumping. Well, obviously there's a cooldown on the ability, but I mean there's no cooldown on the particular terrain that you can jump over. And of course I can't help myself but have fun with this E without cooldowns. Whee! Okay, what else can we do? What else can we do? I know you can do this. So hey, another tip, if you want to get back to lane faster, you gotta angle this right. So far I think this is... Okay, this is the best one I've got, I think. I think it ends you here. Yeah, in the bush. Hey, at least you're in the bush, so if there's an enemy there, I mean, they would have seen a crazy person flying over the wall very awkwardly. This one, unfortunately, doesn't really work. You kind of have to get a weird angle, and it doesn't go all the way, which I was hoping it would. But, you know, this is pretty good by itself already. So remember that in a team fight you want to do as much damage as possible to everyone, especially if they're like grouped up. And after you use your E, your next 3 attacks will deal damage to people behind as well. And this isn't just the first person behind, this can be multiple people behind as well. So let's actually line them up like this. And if we normal Q won't work, if we E and then Q, we're doing damage to all of them, which is very, very nice. And the damage that pierces through to everyone else, that can critically strike as well. So it does not apply on-hit effects such as the red buff. And obviously with your E, you can use it to run away, or you can flash an E as well. You can't do E and then flash, it doesn't work. You gotta flash and then E. And don't forget to use your E to help increase wave clears, because obviously the first 3 hits will do the damage to loads of people. And that is what you want for fast wave clear. And by the way, being attacked doesn't stop you being able to dive over the wall. So if we're being attacked, yo, Civet, attack me. Assistant Civet, thank you. You can still dive over the wall, so you can easily escape. This is actually going to be really funny. All the escapes you can do, you're basically unkillable, unless you get rooted or something. And regarding your W Ultra Shock Laser, it only hits the first person, so you won't hit the person behind. And you can do it over walls as well. However, if you do want to hit multiple people, then you need to use a terrain. So as you can see, without the terrain, the hitbox, so like, you know, the arrow looks like this, but as soon as there's terrain you can see that it's in a bigger range, and like this you can hit everyone and slow everyone in the area. But as you can see, there's a slight delay before it actually does anything to them, whereas normally as soon as it hits it deals the damage, but like this there's the delay. And one cool way to use your W is, for example, stealing Drakes. Let's say the enemy is here fighting Drake and you have vision on it. Now I don't think we're going to kill it from here, but let's do it like this. Oh no, not enough damage. Okay, we got it in the end. It doesn't do that much damage, but you know, hey, it's worth a shot. Especially if it's Baron, you don't want the enemy to have Baron, and you've got no one else to try to steal it, you might as well use it. And by the way, for your W, you don't have to actually stand right next to the wall to extend the range. You can actually stand all the way here as well, and it'll still work. You'll still hit people over there. But it doesn't stack the terrain, so you can't, for example, it's not like Seraphine's ult where if one person's dancing, then the person behind dances, and then it just keeps going on. So you can't, for example, hit this, hit that wall, and then it keeps going. That would be really cool. But hey, at least your dashing can kind of keep going, so that's nice. And another way to increase the range, although this is kind of using flash, you don't want to W and then flash, that won't hit the wall. You want to flash and then W, so boom, boom, flash and then W, and then get the extra range. And you might be wondering, when were you going to use this? Well, let's say you want to steal the Drake, and let's say your W does a lot more damage, and you're not going to make it on time. Either you can kind of just do this one, so from here you can try to steal the Drake, but then you've got to time it really well, or you can do the flash and then W. But yeah, I mean, that's, you know, that's just one scenario, and a pretty rare one to do it successfully, but it would look pretty damn cool. So that's a challenge, everyone. Try to do that. Try to steal Drake or Baron from very far away. and time it so that you're doing it like this, or you're doing it with the flash, which is boom boom, like that. That would be cool to see. Let me know in the comments when you've managed to successfully do it. So regarding the active part of your Q, burst fire, it's basically the only way you can auto attack. A normal auto attack is actually an ability, but you basically have to use Q, and that's how you auto attack. And the cooldown's obviously low because this is an auto attack, but similar to normal auto attack, if you buy attack speed items, the cooldown of your Q will decrease, just like a normal auto attack, and the cast time will decrease as well. It doesn't go through enemies, the auto attack, so you can't hit the person behind you, but you can angle it at a certain way where you're hitting both. So get a right angle. So like this, we're hitting both, because you are hitting, I think it's 7 rounds of bullets, and they have a tiny bit of spread, as you can see. So the cap on your attack speed using your Q is 1.5 attacks per second, but if you keep buying attack speed items afterwards, then half of that attack speed gets converted into AD. So let's just get our attack speed. So first of all, our AD is 71 and our attack speed is 0.76. Let's just buy some attack speed items without any AD on them. Let's get to 1.5 first. So this is close to 1.5. So as soon as we just buy, let's get a recurve bow, pure attack speed, you'll see our AD is increasing again, increasing again. Very nice. And in case you're wondering what the attack speed looks like when we have all those items, it's like this. The reason why it's going to another champ is because we have Runan's Hurricane as well as one of our items. The passive part of Zeri's Q is actually very interesting as well. So your normal auto attacks are basically treated as an ability, and as you can see, there's this charge below you, and this charge increases by running and auto attacking. So the fastest way would just be to run an auto attack, kind of what an ADC is meant to do anyway. And then once that bar turns orange beneath your health bar, well, beneath your mana bar, then it means you're fully charged. And there's no timer on this. This will stay fully charged, so you can kind of walk around, not attack anything, or just stay still if you want, and this will be there. So once it's fully charged, if you auto attack normally, just like, you know, using your A button, I'm just going to call it the A button because that's how you normally auto attack. Well, I mean, obviously you right click, but just to differentiate between the Q active auto attack and what ADCs normally do, I'm going to call it the A auto attack. So if you normally do a normal A auto attack, it will do the most damage that this ability, man, this is so confusing, this most damage that this ability Q, the passive part, will do. And it actually does a lot of % health damage, which is kind of insane, and also slows the enemy champion. So we actually have our lovely assistant Lucian here to show the slow. Let's see, he's on 335, now he's slowed to 249, which is very nice. But if you actually look at the % health damage, assistant, you can stop now. If you look at Lucian, you can go back, you can rest now, it's your lunch break. Lucian, what are you doing? Jesus, call the police, Lucian's gone insane. But if you actually look at the details, when you're level 18, it's doing 20% of max health magic damage, like the fully charged version of this A auto attack, which is kind of insane. I mean, imagine a huge tank and you're just doing 20% just like that. That's kind of crazy, but hey, it works for me. And remember, this A auto attack will not do critical strikes because it's treated as an ability, but your normal Q active, you know, this one will do critical strikes if you know, obviously have any crit, which we don't right now. And yeah, obviously if you're standing still, it doesn't charge. And if you hit someone or an enemy champion when you're not fully charged, you'll just do a small amount of damage. And what's interesting is you can't just click and it just keeps auto attacking like normal ADCs. You have to keep clicking every single time. And if I click as fast as I can, this is kind of the speed you're clicking at, which isn't much. And obviously it doesn't do much damage, so you don't really want to be using this like this with no charge. But if the enemy has less than 35% health, you will do a bit more damage. So like here we did 156, we're doing 156. It's a lot more than before. If we just wait for him to get his health back, we can make sure. Yep, 36 versus 156. Wow. And in case you're wondering, if you auto attack with Runan's Hurricane, it does not apply the ability on both of them, because yeah, it's just is an ability. Only your Q will do that, the active part, that is. This is probably the hardest like video I've done to try to explain what's going on, mainly because of the switch of auto attacks and abilities. And by the way, obviously you can use your A auto attack, your normal auto attack over the walls, and your Q as well, which is your Q active, let's just call it. And one interesting thing that no other ADC can do is, even though you don't have vision of this enemy here, you can auto attack them. So boom, 2, 3, let's come here, boom, they've taken damage. No other ADC can auto attack someone without any vision of them. So pretty cool. One thing that I'm going to find really annoying is sometimes I like to, you know, when you press A button and you just click anywhere and you start auto attacking, and then like that you can either chat to your friend or look at the map or do some other stuff while you're still auto attacking. You can't do that anymore with this champion. If I just do the shift click, it's just a normal auto attack, and I can't do shift Q with it. I'm only going to auto attack once, well, Q once. So you kind of basically always have to be aware of what's going on, which is a bit annoying, but it's fine. You'll probably end up playing better, maybe. I mean, usually I look at the map for useful things, and now you can't really do that. And yes, you can auto attack the turret, but that's just going to be your ability, which does no damage, so you're going to have to use your Q, which is a very weird feeling. This champion is definitely going to get some time to get used to. A tip of entering a fight using flash and your Q. So instead of, for example, flashing and then Qing, you can actually Q first and then flash into the fight. So that means as soon as you appear, you've already sent the auto attack, and it's going to kind of terrify the enemy into FFing very early on. So you can do that. Q and then F instead of F and then Q, which is just slower. And then you just keep fighting. So boom, 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 boom. Okay, so now for the incredible Lightning Crash ultimate. So let's start very simple. If you're trying to run away from a fight and there's loads of champions, the more the better. If you hit your ult, you'll get movement speed, because each enemy champion will give you some movement speed from the stacking, and then you can run away and of course use your E. What you really want to do is ult and then keep attacking and using abilities so that you keep stacking your movement speed. And remember, as soon as you get one stack, your attack speed has also increased, so you're basically ready to fight. You were basically born to fight with this ultimate. So right now we're at 1 attack speed. As soon as we use our ultimate with just, let's say, one person here, we get 1.17. And this doesn't really matter on how many champions there are, because as soon as you overcharge in any scenario, you get a 30% increase attack speed. So if we now go and just do it here in the middle, we're also at 1.17. Remember, you want to keep the stacks on by attacking or using abilities against champions, and using an uncharged auto, like a auto attack as we're calling it, will not recharge the ultimate. Only a full stack one will. So let's just quickly get our stacks back up, and we use it now. You can see, boom, it refreshed the ability, and it refreshes it for another 6 seconds. The description says it refreshes its duration by 2 seconds. I'm not really sure that's what's happening, to be honest. It feels like it's 6. So let's say we wait to the very end, and let's say it just adds 2 seconds. If we auto tag 1, 2, 3, I mean, it's still 6 seconds, so I'm not really sure, unless I'm misinterpreting the description. Someone let me know in the comments. But yeah, as long as you attack, you're good for 6 seconds. That's how I see it. And I just want to reiterate, the only thing you're getting by increasing your stacks is the movement speed and refreshing the timer on your ultimate. And refreshing your timer means you have your increased attack speed and chain damage for longer, so you're more useful basically in the fight the longer you have this ultimate on and active for. And since your E, the pierce damage does critically strike, and also your ultimate's chain lightning can critically strike, you probably want to go for a critical strike build. It's kind of telling you in the description to do that. And also the attack speed that you get from being overcharged increases your max attack speed. So we said earlier it was 1.5. So right now we've got 1.5 attack speed, just to demonstrate that it is the cap. Even though we showed this earlier, it's still 1.5. So now if we use our ultimate, you will see that attack speed will in fact increase. Are we in range? We've got to learn the range. Yes, we are. We're at 1.73. Very, very nice indeed. Regarding your passive living battery, let's say in a scenario that there's an enemy chasing you and they just got a shield. Let's say the enemy support gave the enemy ADC a shield. Let's just say this is the support. They're giving the ADC a shield and you want to run away faster. As soon as you auto attack them, because you're attacking someone with a shield, you're going to get the the 10% movement speed for 3 seconds. So that will help you run away a bit faster. Another thing you can do is obviously have your own support, such as a Janna who can give you a shield or a Karma. Then every time before you're about to go and fight the enemy ADC, you want your Janna or whoever to give you a shield so that you get a movement speed bonus and you can charge and attack them. For laning in level 1, you want to try to get the auto attack so she's slowed and you're dealing damage, and then you can more easily get some of your auto attack hits on. And remember in lane to keep moving around and auto attacking so you can charge up your Q passive so that you can then do this and hopefully get the kill. Yep, first blood, nice. And remember, if you want to push the lane fast because either you want to back and go to base, or it's just too big wave, use your E so that you can get the burst damage to clear it faster. So in terms of combos with ultimate, so what we're going to do is we're going to first of all use this Q passive to get the slow on and the max damage. We're going to use our ult as soon as possible so that we can get the attack speed bonus. She's going to die soon, so I'll just wait a bit. And as we're moving, we got our stack again, so we can use that to do max health damage. We can chase her like this if we want. We can use our W if she's getting too far away to do that. And she's dead. By the way, if you want to clear the wave faster, you could also use your W to deal damage to multiple minions at once, like that. But you do have to find a wall, of course. So please find your nearest wall and press W. Accurately, that is. It does take a while to get used to tracking the bar under you to see when it turns orange so that you can actually use... oh wow, that missed horribly, so that you can use this, but eventually you get used to it. And of course, remember, you're using your Q to hit that. But you can, I think, auto attack it as well if you wanted to. Let me just confirm that. Yeah, you can, but it's just treated as an ability basically. So let's do the with ult combo again. We have our things stacked. I'm not going to use my E now, I'm just going to use it now. Boom, 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 boom. Let's just slow her down. She's going away. We can always chase if we wanted to. Well, then now we're in enemy territory. This is a very bad idea. Do not try this at home. And if you are using your E to help with wave clear, try to get the Q to hit an enemy champion, even if it's in the background. So like when it's penetrating through the first enemy that you're hitting, because it does help reduce the cooldown. So let me just wait until the minions get here. We E'd. Obviously that will reduce cooldown, but we use it through the minions as well. That will reduce cooldown as well. So we get our E back sooner. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you have not already. And we're at about let's just say 7.5k. That's when I'll stop. And yeah, this is too fast for me. This could probably go on forever, and we'll just stop at 7.5. It's not over 9,000, unfortunately. That's gonna take way too long. Okay, let's just do turret to turret. How long will that take? Okay. Wait, why did we stop? Keep going. Oh my god, Jesus. Okay, well, that worked. We're back to a normal 330 now. I'm kind of glad to say that. But yeah.